Hi everyone. In this video we'll try to solve an assignment with respect to join. So you can see on your screen, right? We have spoken a lot about joins: inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, right? How it works, additional filter conditions, how you can join multiple tables. But still, if I ask you this question, then I definitely tell you, if you are a beginner, you must be confused, or you will be confused and you will not be able to solve this question. Now, if you really feel that you are well versed with join, so try to understand this question, and then after that pause this video and then try to solve this question, that what will be the output in inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, right? So you have a table called data_1 and you have a second table called data_2, right? Now in data_1 we have one column called IDS, and in that one column we have these respective values: 1 1 1, 2 3 3 3, and then we have a null value, right? I hope you understood the question. We have a table data_1, and then in that we have a column called IDS and we have these respective values. Now we have another table called data_2, and in that table we have a column called E_IDS, right? And then we have these respective values: 1 1, 2 2, 4, and we have a null value, right? So the problem statement is, you can see in your PPT, what will be the output in inner join when we join these two tables with inner join. What will be the output? How many total number of rows will be there in the output? What will be the output in left outer join? What will be the output in right outer join? And of course, what will be the output in full outer join, right? So pause this video. Just if you want to have a copy and pen, have a copy and pen and try to solve this. And if you're able to solve, then resume this video and see the solution. So welcome back. I hope you have tried to solve these questions, right? Let me give you an idea that what are the table. I do have this table. If you want to create this table, I'll leave the create table statement and the insert statement in the description box. You can copy that code, create the table, insert the data, and then simply try to resolve this, right? So let me just check what is the data that I have. Data_1, right? So this is the data that I have, IDS, and let me just simply see what is the data that I have in the other table. Select star from data_2, right? And let me just see the data in this table. Let me pin this table. How can pin this table? Just simply run this query and pin this so that I can see this output, and run this query and pin this output. So I have both the output available with me. This is the result for the first table. This is the result for second table. Now, if I do an inner join, then what will be the output? So let me try to frame the query. So let me say select a dot star comma b dot star. I'm just giving an alias to this tables a and b from data_1 as a, inner join data_2, and give this table as b on a dot IDS is equals to b dot E_IDS, right? So this is what the query is. Now I hope that you have written the output in your copy or in your paper. Please try to match it. Now this is the output that we are getting, right? So total number of records in the output is 8. So if you have got it right, well done. You know the basic concepts of join. But if you have not got it right after seeing so many videos on joins, that means you need to revise those videos again, and then you need to try to solve this problem, right? This is the output of inner join. Now ultimately what I will do is that how you can solve it quickly when somebody is asking you these questions on interview. Let me tell you, these are the basic question which has been, which have been asked in interviews, and this is the most asked interview question in any of the interview. Either you are a fresher or a lateral. If you're going for an interview for a big company, definitely these questions will be asked to you just to check the knowledge of yours on joins, right? So this is inner join, and this is the total number of output that you are getting. I will give you a shortcut trick also on the Excel sheet. If somebody is taking your interview, I will give you a trick so that you can follow that trick and easily you can answer without running the query. Because in your interview, you will not get the chance to create the table, insert the data, and then give the result output, right? So in Excel sheet, we'll try to learn it, how we can do it quickly. Now, what about left outer join? If I do a left outer join, any guesses what will be the result for left outer join? For left outer join, we have total 12 number of records, right? Total 12 number of records. So if you got it right, then you have learned the concept. But if you have not got it right, that means you have to revisit the concept again. Now, if I do a right outer join, right? If I do a right outer join on these two tables, if I do a right outer join, then we have total number of records in the output is 10. If you get it right, well done. If you have not got it right, just revisit the concept. Now, any guesses what will be the result in full outer join? If I run the query, then you can see in full outer join, we will be getting total 14 number of records, right? Total 14 number of records. So how it works and how you can solve it quickly, that we need to check, right? So what I can do is, just to give you the concept, let me open an Excel sheet, right? And let me copy paste the data from this PPT. So this is the first table data, data underscore 1. Let me just minimize the size. I hope you are able to see it. This is the first table data, right? And this is the second table data, data underscore 2. Right? So this is data underscore 1 and this is data underscore 2 table. So my question was, what will be the total number of records in the output, right? So let me rename this sheet as inner join, because I'll talk about inner join. Now what inner join says, now this is the first time you will be seeing null values in your table, and let me tell you, this null value, they have a different concept as far as joins are concerned. So inner join. Now inner join says that only the matching records from both the table, only the matching records from both the tables, right? Now you copy this, because you're joining these two tables, right? Now you know, right, that if you have a unique record in this table, or whatever record that you have, if you have a matching record, this record will duplicate himself, this record will duplicate himself, right? This is what the concept. So this one has how many matches? This has 2 matches. Copy this and we have 2 matches, right? Now this one, how many matches it has? Again this one has 2 matches. So copy this and this will duplicate himself just to match up with these 2 rows, right? And this is how it is. Now this one, how many matches? Again this one has 2 matches. This record will have 2 matches and this will duplicate himself just to match up with these 2 rows. This is what the concept of join. Again you will be having this. Now this 2, how many matches it has? It has 2 matches, right? Copy this and again it will come 2 times. This will duplicate himself just to match up with these 2 records, right? 3, now 3 have no matches, and inner join says that only the matching record from both the table. This 3 has no matches, this 3 has no matches, right? And this 4, if you see, this 4 is not available in this table, so this 4 will not be coming in the output. What about null? What happens in the null values? When we say only the matching records from both the table, but how can you match null with null? You cannot match nothing with nothing. Null means what? Null means nothing, right? So there is no match. You cannot match nothing with nothing, right? That's the reason in the output there will be nothing with respect to null value. It says only the matching record from both the table, but you cannot match nothing with nothing. You can match number with number, A with A, B with B, right? So that is the reason you are getting how many number of records in the output, right? So total 8 records in the output. This is what inner join is. What will happen in left outer join? So let me make a tab one more time. This is really important concept for interview, right? People will ask you these questions in interview. So if you are able to well verse this concept, so you will be solve these questions very fastly. Left outer join for your interview purpose, especially for your interview purpose. Let me copy these two tables or these two table data and let me paste it over here in left outer join wala segment. We have these two tables with respect to only one column. For your understanding purpose, I can say data underscore one table, and this is the data underscore two table, right? Now, if we do a left outer join says that all the record from the left table and only the matching record from the right table, right? So let me just copy this because you're joining. So these two columns will be joined first of all, IDS and ER underscore IDS as an output. Now this one has how many matches? The concept will be same. Even though if it is a left outer join, the concept will be same, right? This one has how many matches? 2 matches. So let me just paste it. This one, how many matches? 2 matches. So let me paste it. This one, how many matches? 2 matches. Let me paste it. Now slowly, once you practice that, you will do it even more faster. So once your interview is asking you a question, they will give you this one column, they will give you this another column on your chat box or on your paper. Simply keep them in your Excel sheet fatafat se very easily, and then fatafat se you can calculate the records, right? Now these two, how many matches? It has 2 matches. So copy this. And these 3, there is no match, but it's a left outer join. So all the record from the left table, right? So copy this. And there is a concept, it says that you will be getting null values for non-matching records. So here it will be null, right? This 3, how many matches? 2 matches, but it's a left outer join, right? And again, it will be null because there is no match. This 3 will be coming over here. And again, you will be having a null value. Now this null, will it be coming in the output? Yes, it will be coming because I said all the values from the left table, right? So get this null value over here. Now with respect to null values, with respect to this null value, there is no match because I told you you cannot match nothing with nothing. You cannot do that, right? So with respect to this null, you will be getting null because there is no match. Now this null is not this, right? It's not a matching record. This null is coming from here, and this null is, there is no match for this. That's the reason you are getting this null value. This is what the output for left outer join, right? Now how many records you are there in the output? Total 12 records is there in the output, right? This is your left outer join. Now what about right outer join? So you can just simply create one more sheet, right outer join, get the values from here and copy paste this, get the value from here and copy paste this. This is the table 1, this is table 2, that is your data underscore 1, data underscore 2. I am doing a join, so the column will be joined, and it is a right outer join, right outer join. The concept of right outer join is all the values from the right table and only the matching records from left table. So the concept will be same. Again, this one has how many matches? So I'll just simply in this also, since it is a right outer join, but still I'll calculate from left to right. So the concept will be same. There is no change in the concept. This one has 2 matches. This one has 2 matches. This 2 has 2 matches. So this will be coming 2 times. Again, right, this 3 has no matches, so nothing will come, even though it is a left outer. So if there is no match, so nothing will be coming. All the values from the right table and only the matching records from the left table, right? So this 1 1 2 2, everything is catered properly. This 4 will be coming over here because it is a right outer join and there is no match, so it will be null in front of this block. And what about this null? This null will be coming in the output because it is from the right table. Now with respect to this null, you will be getting null values, not because of matching, because you cannot match null with null, because this null has no match, since you will be getting null. Total how many records in the output? You can see that total 10 records in the output with respect to right outer join, right? What will be happening in the full outer join? Let me just type it, full outer join, right? Get the column values. Get the column values from here as well. These are two tables. Now when I join these two tables with respect to full outer join, right? With respect to full outer join. So what is the definition of full outer join? Everything from left, everything from right. Matching values will be aligned and non-matching values will be getting the respective null values, right? Now this one, how many matches? Same concept, no change in the concept. This one, 2 matches. This one again 2 matches. This 2, we have 2 matches. Now 3, there is no match, right? So for all the 3s, I can copy it. Since it is a full outer join, everything from left. With respect to this non-matching values, we'll be getting null, right? We have a null value. We'll get this null value from the left table. Since there is no match, we'll be getting a null value in front of this. Now let me come back to the right table. Everything from left and everything from right. 1, 1, 2, 2, all these are scattered. Let me have 4 from here. Let me have 4 over here, and with respect to this we'll be getting a null value because 4 has no match. I'll be getting this null value, putting it over here, and with respect to this there is no match, so we'll be getting null values, right? This is the output for full outer join. And we have total 14 number of records in the output. I am just reiterating this point. Inner join, total 8 records in the output. Left outer join, total 12 records in the output. Right outer join, total 10 records in the output. And as far as full outer join is concerned, we have total 14 records in the output. I hope the concept is clear. This is quite important questions from your interview purpose. Somebody will be giving you, record from this table, that this is the one column that I have from this table. This is the record that I have from the second table. What will be the output in inner join? What will be the output in left outer, right outer, and full outer? If you are able to answer this question, then definitely you can secure a job. I can guarantee you. Because there are a lot of people who tell that they know the concept of join, but when it comes to practical example, they are not able to crack it. That's the problem. All right. I hope you understood the concept. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Happy learning.